Hi everyone, my name is Omoshaliwa. In this tutorial, I will show you how to use the new IFT that offers greater functionality. But first, I will explain what IFT is, what it can be used for, and how it brings your different applications together. IFT stands for If This Then That. It is a free online service that lets you automate everything from your favorite applications and websites. It lets you trigger actions on other applications and devices automatically every time certain conditions are met. The applet, formerly known as Recipe, can do everything that recipes could do and much more. They bring your services together, creating new experiences that you can unlock with a single switch. Each applet you enable will still trigger an if this then that when the relevant conditions are met, but now applets can trigger multiple actions instead of just one. Unlike the former one, the recipe that can trigger just one actions, applets now can trigger multiple actions. For you to be able to use IFT application, you need to create an account. You can go to your web browser and type in IFTTT.com. You can click right here to create an account. All you need to do is type in your email address and your password. But since I already have an account, all I need to do is sign in just by clicking here. So I will type in my email address and my password right here. Okay, so this is the first thing you see when you sign in into your account on IFT.com. When you click right here and discover, you can see different applets. Applets comprises of the combination of triggers and actions. Along in this video, I will show you how you can trigger an actions. Also, once you click on this discover right here, you can see different applets. Like I said earlier, applet is formerly known as Recipe. So now it says you have when you click on keep your Facebook and Twitter profile pictures in sync, synchronized together. You can save photos you are tagged in on Facebook to a Dropbox folder. So you can use these applets, these available applets, or you can create your own applet. In this video, I will show you how to create a new applet, formerly known as Recipe. But this you can press a button to track work hours in Google Drive. Once those conditions are met, the actions will take place. So it automatically share your Instagrams to Facebook. If you want all your pictures on Instagrams, whenever you upload them or whenever you tag or something, if you want them to be saved to your Facebook, to be shared to your Facebook, then you can use this applet right here. There are so many applets that you can use if you decide not to create a new applet. There's so many applets, but if you can't find the one that suits you, you can decide to create a new applet. I will create a new applet in this video. So we can just let's try and choose from these available applet and see how it works. So this is it. You won't automatically unmute your Android phone. You don't want to stress yourself out by going home, and you might be doing other stuff and you might forget to unmute your phone. So you can use this applet to do that. So all you need to do is turn this on right here. So once you turn it on, it will automatically unmute your Android phone when you get home. So you can decide to receive notifications when this applet runs. I mean, when the action takes place, you can decide to receive. Like for example, we have this address right here. You can decide to edit it, save it. You can decide to put in your address so that when you get home, it automatically unmutes your Android phone when you get home. Maybe you want to get a text to unmute your phone, but it automatically unmutes your Android phone when you get home. So you can click save. Okay, then you can check now. So once you check now, it says applet checked. Okay, yeah, applet checked. So if you want to make settings to your applet, you can decide to change your location. If you decide to edit, you can do this. And also, once you're done with that, you can click right here to view your services. You can click right here to view your services, because right now I already have these two. I already have this applet created before, so I already have them in my applet list right now. So since I already have them, so if you on your own, you can easily click on services. I think services was formerly known as channel. Yes, formerly known as channel before. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's just that they changed the name. Like the applet was formerly known as channel, as recipe. So services formerly known as channels. So if you want to view your applet, the ones your new applet, you can click on services. Then you can see. So the one I just from the options, the available options, the one I just configured right here is in my list of services. So, and I can also trigger multiple actions. You can create your own app. This was what I did earlier. So I choose this automatically unmute your Android phone when you get home. So all you need to do is click on this one. So you can get more options. Like you can automatically turn your Android device's Wi-Fi on when you get home. You can turn off your Wi-Fi when you can create your own applet. So I can decide to delete this if I don't want it, and you can choose from any of these available applets. So you can go to settings. Okay, no, not here. You can click on this. Okay, so you can decide to delete these actions right now. It's gonna ask you, are you sure you want to delete your applet? Then you click OK to delete this applet. So now if you want to create new applet, all you need to do is go to your, click on this icon right here, click over here, click on new applet. Yes, so from IFTTT, if this then that, so you need to trigger an action, you need to trigger first and if this and that. So to create your new applet, just click on new applet right here, then you click on this plus icon right here. You have to choose a service. You can choose from these available services, which you can choose from these available services formerly known as channels. Yes, you can choose from these available services formerly known as channels. So you can choose the IFTTT picture and your Twitter account, and you want it to save in your Evernote application, you can do that. So you see, if this then that, so you can click on this Twitter, or you can click on Evernote, depending on the application that you want. So for example, I'll choose from these available options. Since I have Evernote account, so I'll choose this, then choose trigger. Once you click on the icon in front of the if, the plus icon in front of the if, once you click on it, you see available services. The services that are available, which formerly known as channels, then you can select from those applications, from those services. So once you select one of those services, right now I click on Evernote and I have this right here. So you can choose trigger. You can choose, okay, find this trigger, new note in a notebook. This trigger fires every time you create a new note in a specific notebook, or you can add a specific tag to a notebook. So you can choose either one of these. Now, okay, you want to, if you create a new note in your notebook, so new note, you have to choose trigger. So you can choose any of those. So I will choose this right now. So it's going to ask you where you want the trigger to take place. So this trigger fires every time you create a new note in a specific notebook. So right now, then another thing is that you need to give IFTTT permission to be able to access your Evernote account, because in one of my applets in my account right here, you have to give IFTTT permission to access your Evernote account and your other applications for you to be able to use it. So right now, because I already have my Evernote account linked to my IFTTT, so it brings out different some of my notes in my Evernote account. So it says which notebook, if I want it to be in this notebook or the other notebook. So I can choose first notebook, which is the default notebook in my Evernote account. So create trigger. So once you create trigger, you will see your application right here. You will see your application right here once you create trigger. If this, then that. So if you create a note in your Evernote account, then you want this action to take place. If this, then that. If you create a note in your Evernote account, you want these actions to take place. So you need to click on this plus icon right here to create an action that you want to take place when these triggers occur. Then this action should take place. If this, then that. So you have to click on this plus icon right here. So it says choose action service. Like I said earlier, services formerly known as channels, so search services. So right now, since I have my Dropbox account, since I have a Dropbox application or Dropbox account, all I need to do is click on, like I said earlier, you need to grant permission. Like you need to give your IFTTT permission to access your account. So you have to click on Dropbox. You don't necessarily have to click on Dropbox. I'm just using my own account, the application I run, as an example. So you have to choose action. If you create a new note in your Evernote account, you have to choose action. You have to tell it what to do when you trigger. Then when you create a new note, this is what I want you to do in my Dropbox account. So you can say, okay, when you create a new note, then add file from the URL, or you can decide to create a text file or append to a text file. So right now I will choose one of these actions. So if I create a note in my Evernote account, this is what I want it to do in my Dropbox account. So I'll click on create a text file. When I create a note in my Evernote account, if I create a note in my Evernote account, then create a text file. So this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. So once you're done with all of these, you can decide to edit this out, and you can decide to edit the title, the file name that you want, and all that, or you can leave it as it is. Either way. So the next thing to do is to create action. And if you want to edit it, you can go back to your previous. If you decide you don't want, if you decide that, okay, fine, if you create a new note in your Evernote account, you don't want this particular application to happen, or you can decide to choose another one. So, or you can decide to choose add file from URL instead of creating a text file. You can click on these two. So then you can create action. You can click on this to create action. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's create action. Then you can decide to receive notifications when this applet runs. Receive notifications when you can decide to turn it off. You can decide not to, receive notifications when it runs. So the next thing to do is click on this icon, finish right there, and then you get a message that you made a new applet. So once you go to your services right here, once you click on your services, which is formerly known as channels, once you click right here, you'll be able to see the services that you have created. You'll be able to see the applets that you've made and work with it. So to see how this works, what I would do now is create a note in my Evernote account and see if it automatically saves to my Dropbox account. So let's see how this works. So then I'll go to my notes, create new note. Okay, to create new note. This is my Evernote account. So it can be anything. So then you click done. So the next thing to see how this works, once you create a note in your Evernote account, you get a text file in your Dropbox account. So if I create a note in my Evernote account, then I want to get a text file in my Dropbox account. So I can decide to delete this. You can choose to delete this. Okay. So if I create a new note in my Evernote account, then create a text file in my Dropbox account. So what I did here was that I create a new note in my Evernote account. Then to check if these conditions are met, I need to go to my Dropbox to see if the note in my Evernote account is in my Dropbox account, is in my So let's go back to and see. Okay, check now. Then you need to be sure that this is on. It has to be on for it to be effective. If I create a new note in my Evernote account, then create a text file in my Dropbox account. Then let's go back and refresh my Dropbox account. So here we have, if you click right here on IFT, so as you can see, when I create a new note in my Evernote account, I get a new text file in my Dropbox account. So this is it from Evernote, and this is the text. software testing, black box testing, and tags and all that. So this is how it works. It's so easy to use. I mean, instead of having to stress yourself out and try to like, it's easy for you. The same thing goes to all of your other applets. If you say, okay, if you want an applet that will ensure that, okay, if I am tagged in a photo on Facebook, then save the photo into my Evernote account. It's the same thing. It works fine. Whichever one works for you, it works pretty good. There are also many. Create a new note in my Evernote account, then create a text file in my Dropbox account. And from what you can see right here, I create a new note in my Evernote account and I get to have the text file in my Dropbox account. So it's pretty easy. It makes you organized, your work so easy, and you can work with your applications if you have your favorite applications, and it's so good. It's so easy and it's fun. You can do so many things from this applet. You can decide to choose from this applet. So the first thing we did is try to check out the applet that is available for use, and if you have a different one in mind that you wish to do, all you need to do is click on this icon right here to create a new one. And that was what we did earlier in this video, where we start from the if plus, then we have to choose a new application. Like I said, also you have to grant IFTTT permission to access your favorite applications, your accounts, your applications, just like I did earlier. So you have to grant IFTTT access to your application. So once that is done, then you can do whatever it is that you want to do on your application. So it's so easy. So what we did in this video is you can create different recipes too. Different applets. You can create new applets, or you can make use of the available applet here just by clicking on this icon discover. Then you can see the available applets that you can use instead of having to create new applets. So it's fun once you create a new note in your Evernote account. Then if I create a new note in my Evernote account, then I want to get a text file in my Dropbox account. So it's really easy to use. It's so easy to use, and it saves you a lot of stress of having to track your work hours in Google. This app will definitely do that for you. It will integrate with all your applications and make them work together for fun, and it's really interesting. So it's really a great app to use. Thank you for watching this video.